Hey guys, Kit here of Burn One with the Shadowverse Evolved channel, joined as always with my good buddy here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Dean.
We're finally at the end of Reign of Bahamut. We're on the neutral craft, I guess. Whatever I was gonna say, class. I don't know why. Long day. Um, Luckily, this one is going to be a little shorter because they don't have as many cards, but all their cards are really strong. So starting off, we have Dark Angel Olivia. It's a 5-drop 5/5 with an amazing fanfare effect. Fanfare, choose up to two of the following: either gain one evolution point, two, add three to your leader's health, three, draw a card, or four, each enemy player discards a card from their hand. This card is 5/5. I mean, what else is there to say? The fact you can get an evolution point means you can cheat things out early if you're going first by dropping this on 5. So, like, for example, in Swordcraft, you drop this on 5, which means on turn 7, you can immediately Evo. Turn 6, you can immediately Evo our boy Leonidas, right? And
Yeah, you'll be
then,
able to.
yeah. So you can do it before your opponent does it, essentially.
Yeah, it's just nice because now going first, you're able to get key turns, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You're able to just like ramp once, which is really the biggest thing about this. When I play tested with this card, I did not value how powerful that effect actually is. We all make mistakes sometimes.
It's true, we do. And then every other effect on this that you get to choose, because you get to choose two, right? Every other effect is good. Gaining health, drawing a card, making your opponent discard a card. Maybe against discard dragon, you don't want them to discard a card, but generally all these other alternate effects are very good. I think 99% of the time you're probably going to gain it evolution point plus something else, I feel like. But I
I feel
guess
like heal and draw are the best
yeah, heal and draw are
other
very
effects.
solid. Yeah.
Discard is right. They get to choose, so
Yeah, so like if they're on like a one card hand, then it's like obviously like you're gonna destroy their hand at that point. But generally, when your opponent gets to make the decision, they're just gonna pick the worst card in their hand. It doesn't help them now at all, and discard that. Like maybe, and then like this probably won't happen too often. But if you randomly have them discard and they discard Trail of Light, you're like, well, that was a bad idea. But yeah.
free cantrip. Yes, please.
All right. Yep. But I think we're in agreement. Card is 5/5. Next to our next card here,
Oh
Dean.
boy, cool card. This is secretly a Dragoncraft card. A Bahamut, 9 mana, 9/9. On play. Oh, first, it can't attack if there are two or more enemy followers on the field, and it has fanfare destroy all other followers.
Yep.
And you can evolve it for 0, and then when you evolve it, it destroys all amulets and becomes an 11/11. This is the card that you tutor with the Seraph in Haven, and you do this plus Aegis, and then like the game is over. Card is very good.
Wait, how does this end against Aegis?
Because Aegis is indestructible, so like you Aegis out and like you get the ward, but then you like play Bahamut for 0 as well from the Seraph. Just like
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you
yeah.
mean. Yeah.
In a world where like people don't play Erd.
Yeah. Yeah. So card, what? 5/5 also?
It's fantastic. It also bullies like the current list. We know with the Amulet Haven deck that like sits there and makes the Tigers forever. No, they can't do that shit anymore. You get rid of all the amulets, you get rid of all the creatures, and this really punishes those like turbo stall decks that do like literally nothing, like the current iteration of Haven.
Yeah, for sure. And this is probably a big reason too why Amulet like Haven kind of drops off, because a lot of people have Bahamut and they're gonna ramp up in Dragon. They're gonna ramp up for it. So, all right, next card here: Demonic Simulacron. All right, I'm
Oh,
gonna
we're
go with that.
struggling.
Yep, there's a 3-drop 6/5 follower. Fanfare: deal 3 damage to your leader. Discard a card from your hand at random. The stat line is insane, but the fanfare very much hurts you. The 3 damage doesn't really matter as much. The discard a random card from your hand feels
This card
pretty
is literally
bad.
terrible.
Yeah. Oh.
This is the true aggro card when you're at 0 cards in hand.
Yeah, this is
Handless
secretly an
blood.
abyss. This is the fake what's the guy's name? We just soul collector. This is fake soul collector.
Yeah.
Card is pretty not good.
Soul Taker at home.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There we go. This is a good one, Dean. This is
Oh, this
good.
one's hype.
Yeah.
Archangel, Reyna. It has Ward and pay 1 evolve. It's a 4 mana 4/5. And then on evolve, it becomes a 5/6. And you recover PP equal the number of face up cards in your evolve deck, and then you flip them face down. Face up followers. It's going to be important for horses.
Yep.
I didn't think that they actually future proof that, but that's kind of insane.
Yep.
I think this card's like very interesting with like control decks. Right, we see like 2/2 like we see like 1/1 and then 4/2s right now currently in evolve decks.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get more evolves vying for spaces, you keep getting lesser counts of like key cards. Like I think like in my current iteration of Sword, I play like 1 Shadowed Assassin, right?
Yeah. This card is
Mm.
very interesting too because it kind of like if you want to play this on curve, like say on turn 5 for example, it really incentivizes you to have like a low curve of evolve followers to like immediately pump out, because then on your turn 5 when you drop this, or I guess maybe even turn 4, you can like essentially get this for free, because if you're able to evolve like 3-4 followers before you drop this, then this is like basically like a 1 play point 5-6 ward essentially, that then you get to play other creatures or followers behind it, which seems like very, very powerful. It's a very good like swing in tempo.
Yeah, that part as well. I see it more of I like the control aspect of being able to like go like really thin on your evolve deck
Oh yeah, be
and
extra
then
greedy with
use
the evolve
this.
deck. Yeah,
Yeah, and then like yeah.
yeah, it definitely
Um
has both. It can help both, decks essentially. I really like this card. It's definitely though if it's definitely a card that like when you play it in your deck, it's going to be very powerful. Otherwise, you're probably not playing this at all, right?
it's a huge Johnny card, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, next card here. Surefire Bullet. This becomes the premium neutral removal. It's a 2-drop quick spell that deals 3 damage to an enemy follower. But if that follower is an evolved follower, it deals 4 damage instead. So this was part of the reason why earlier I was talking about like followers at 3 health are not going to be as strong during this meta, just because a lot of decks that are looking to control a board, they just play this instead of Angelic Snipe now, because it's just a stronger Angelic Snipe for an extra play point usually.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang buff.
Very slightly. And then the fact that it like hits 4 on evolve followers is really huge, because a lot of like the early like turn 3 followers that that are good have about 4 health. I mean, anything else you want to add, Dean? I think it's a
No,
good
this card
card.
is still expensive in Japanese. You remember that?
Yes.
So like yeah, this card is I mean this card's gonna be played for quite a while. Good card.
Yep.
It's the new bell ringer. Unicorn Dancer Unica. Yeah, like what does she say? You gotta see me dance. 2 mana 2/2. It has evolve for 1, it has strike, heal 2. And then on evolve, yeah, it still just heals for 2, but now it can attack, and it's a 3/3. Card it goes in the deck, the one.
Yeah, the one.
Alana.
This card's like okay. I guess I wouldn't be like offended if I saw this in someone's deck.
It's more heal on a neutral follower, which at this point I'm starting to believe in a little bit because of how terrible like some I don't know, neutral healing. Do you ever feel like you wanted it but like it's like hard to put in the deck?
Yes, I don't know how that's gonna fill in Booster 2, but
I mean, you generally probably want more healing still,
yeah,
right?
because yeah, like this card is gonna be really good into aggro. So like this is part of the reason why I don't care. Like I'm not gonna fault anyone for playing this card, because like literally this turn, if you're going second, your turn 2 with Evo point into this 3/3, you usually get a value trade into something plus heal 2, and now your opponent has to remove it. Otherwise, you heal 2 again. So it's like very good into aggro and just like prolonging the game, right? So
Yeah.
feels very strong. It's just like it really depends on the deck if they really need this extra healing on such a small body, because it require, I guess it doesn't require you, but you obviously kind of want to be able to 2-for-1 with the Evo, right?
Well, it's better than the current neutral healing because the current neutral healing costs 4.
Yeah, and it only heals like 1, right? So
It heals 3 total, 2
oh
on play and then 1 on evolve.
oh yeah. All right, next card here. Gourmet Emperor Kazuya. All right. Kaiza. All
I
right.
could be wrong.
Sure. 3-drop 3/3 follower has fanfare. Choose an enemy follower would cost 2 or less. Destroy it and add 3 to its leader's health. Cost 2. This card seems very not amazing. I don't really like this card at all because it's so it's so narrow on what it removes, and then
it heals your opponent.
Yeah, sometimes the healing doesn't matter at all, honestly, if you get rid of something that's important, but because there's not going to be a lot of things that are cost 2 that important that you don't care removing it, you know.
This is a take 2. I think we need to just start saying these are draft cards, because there is a supposed draft format that they do want you to be able to play, and like it's very obvious the cards that are for that format.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so it's like it feels bad to just say it's unplayable when, you know, if you're drafting, this card's not too bad in a draft, but it's like really bad and constructed.
Yeah, in sealed, this card's very solid. In constructed, you're not going to see play of this card probably ever. All right, next card here.
Call of Cocytus, 6 mana, neutral spell, quick. Choose an enemy follower, destroy it. Search your deck for a neutral follower and add it to your hand.
We got neutral craft support. Let's go.
Yeah, neutral support, but it's so bad. Why is it 6 mana? Like, it's, you know, if you're on pure neutral, it's your 4th execution, I guess.
Yeah, that searches out your Bahamut, I guess. Card is very mediocre at best, and even once again, this is like you said, this is a draft card.
Well, yeah, or like pure neutral, right? I guess it's if you're on pure neutral, it searches your flame or your glass. So on turn 7, you can flame and glass.
True.
You can also be greedier with your counts because of this, because now you have a search card for neutral cards.
Yep.
I think the idea is you're supposed to search Lucifer. That's like the actual, you know, implication here.
Possibly, yeah. All right, next card here, Hamza. Holds the duck. 3 cost 0/3 fanfare. Reveal the top card of your deck. This gets +X/+0, where X is the cost of the revealed card. Card is garbage. Should we just move on?
What?
Listen, I don't like
this
playing
is a
the high roll
10-3
game. I don't care. It's a 10-3. It's not always a 10-3. If they had brainstorm in this game like in Magic, then I'd be like, yeah, this is always a 3 cost 10-3, Dean. You're right, but it is not, or not a 10 cost, a 3 cost 10 power follower. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that right now in the game. All right.
Sad.
Next card.
Dog Sector 2 mana 2/2 evolve for 3 4/4 more unplayable. Literally not even draft.
True. What is? Oh my god, this is so bad. What is? All right, whatever. Last card here, Dance of Death. 4-drop spell card. Choose an enemy follower. Deal 5 damage to it. Deal 2 damage to its leader. Doesn't this in digital? Doesn't this just destroy the follower and then they deals 2 damage to the leader or something like that? Or
it does.
I don't know why they changed it, because 4 for just dealing 5 is already not good.
Because of the face damage, like it would be better than execution if it just straight destroyed, right? Like 5 is good enough.
Yeah.
It's not like pure destruction, but it's like kind of close.
It's definitely infinitely worse than the digital game, for sure. I don't think this really sees play in physical that much.
No, you need quick on your removal spells, and this ain't it.
This is definitely a draft card, like you were saying. All right, well, short and sweet. Neutral craft has a lot of bangers and a few bad cards. That kind of concludes Reign of Bahamut. Overall, the set is going to be really hype. It adds so many different archetypes and gives so much support to every craft. So I'm really looking forward to what the English side of the game does during this meta. Anything you want to add, Dean, before we peace out here?
No, I do think that Bahamut's big. It's definitely going to change up how like certain decks are played, especially these like slow stall decks. And then other than that, Olivia is definitely going to be a key include to help you uh, I don't know if this is like the right way to look at it, but it makes going first like more oppressive for some decks.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if you're like trying to combo off stuff. Like I said, in Sword, it's really powerful because you play this on turn 5, which means your next turn you get to immediately Leonidas and Evo it to set up your banner a turn earlier than you're like in the Sword Mirror, for example. So you can beat out their Leonidas if you go first, which I think is insane. It's a ramp
Yeah,
card. And seeing how powerful Dragon currently is, I think we all know ramp is really, really good in general. I think that wraps up everything. Next thing we should be doing after this comes out, we'll probably have a prediction tier list that Dean and I will put together where we'll discuss all the decks we think are going to be viable in the next coming meta when Booster Set 2 comes out in preparation for everyone doing their regionals. And then, are we doing anything else after that right now planned? I think that's the main one, right?
I think those are the main ones. Just tier list, or sample decks as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll have some sample
As like,
decks. Yeah.
yeah,
Just a jumping off point. They're not, obviously, these decks are not going to be refined to be like refinedly tuned to be perfect. These are just going to be sample deck lists where you can like kind of put it together, figure out what you like about it, and then go from there. Um, but I think that kind of wraps everything else up. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Later, everyone.
see you.